This is the third episode of saving Greta, this old Pulsajet Briggs and Stratton mower. I think this rewinder is original, and if it is, then this mower is over 20 years old. It was made in 2003. But I'm not ready to pull the cord on this yet. I've got the engine mounted, and I think you saw me do that in the last video, but there are things missing on this and things that aren't right. I did adjust the kill cable because it wasn't clearing enough. You can see it's clearing now. It's a nice gap there. What I mean by that is this gap right there. See, there's a gap. And that means that mower will run. When you release the brake, this paddle moves over, touches that, and kills the engine. And the way I got it to, it was barely separating. So that may be uncomfortable. What you do is you unscrew this piece, will do 3 or 4 turns, and that'll give you a little more pull on that. Self-propelled mowers are similar to that. You can affect the speed of your self-propelled by adjusting these little cables, and they're little cable ends, and that's how some of these things work. So before I pull the cord on this, I'm going to go ahead and look at the flywheel key to make sure it's not sheared, because there was no blade on this mower. I'm a little worried that it may have been bent or torn up from hitting something, but there's a couple other things wrong with this mower. So here's my test. So looking at that, what do you see that's wrong? And a lot of you guys will figure this out, and some of you will look at it and figure it out on the spot. But what's wrong here is this spark plug cable is being pinched by the sharp edge of this rewinder housing. This cable is supposed to go into that little bulge right there, and there's room for it there. There's not room for it here, so it's being pinched. And in fact, you can cut it with that and short out your spark plug wire, and your mower's never going to run right. So I've got to take the rewinder off and move that cable into that slot right there. That's where it belongs, not over there being pinched or cut. The other thing that's wrong with this mower, if it runs, if it's got compression, is it's going to have a throttle spring installed. There's this minor spring which you can use for fine adjustments, but the main spring is supposed to attach to that. Is supposed to attach to that wire loop right there. Right there. It's going to attach to that hole in that loop, and it'll be alongside that little spring. And then that bigger spring comes from here to that oblong opening. And I've got to dig around and find one. And this has been bent and mangled. So I need to change that. It used to have a throttle on it, which you could move this way, but I got rid of that throttle cable. I really don't like those. The modern mowers don't even use them. So what you do is you take this piece here and you bend it down, and then that freezes this in place. Instead of it going way over here and slowing the mower down, it's locked in place, so it'll always run at the right RPMs. So I'm going to set the camera down and see if I can go find one of the correct springs. So hang on, and we're going to see if we can get this mower running. I've got to go find that spring, so just be patient with me for a second. out all my parts is yet. Various carb parts here. I gotta find the one that's got the little springs in it. It might be this one. I don't know. Let's take a look. And obviously the other thing I've got to find is a gas tank and a carburetor. I could clean up the other one. I might do that. I'm thinking about just putting on one of my spares, just so I can test it. There's some older carb springs, but I'll set those there in case I don't have one. Let's take a look in this collection of stuff. I don't see any springs in here. No. Let's check one other spot. Okay. Sometimes I'll just lay these springs in this box till I find them, but I may go ahead and use this one. This is the correct spring right here. See, it's actually on a similar throttle piece, so I may just take that off. But let me see if I've got one loose laying in here. Maybe. I don't see one. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this spring off. You can see where it attaches. This is actually backwards. The round end of this is going to attach right there. This part here attaches to the wire loop, which I showed you earlier. So let me get this spring off and get it at least in the right location for this system. There we go. Okay, so what I mean is this spring, the big round part, is going to go right there, and then what I call the paper clip end is going to go right there. But what I want to do is attach this part first. So you find the opening in the wire and try to separate it if you can. Maybe I can use a okay, I think I may have, no. I'm going to set the phone down. I gotta use two hands. I use this little butter knife more and more. So I'm going to separate that wire with this little knife here, if I can. Well, it is snug. Now let me get a sharper blade knife. Get this little pocket knife here. Slip it under the edge of that spring, and bend it just a little so there's some separation. And now I can kind of push it on there and then twist it so it clips on. See, so now, you should get what I'm talking about. See, now that spring is not going to come off. It's looped around and it's in the correct slot. And then you run it over this way, and you push the paper clip in through that loop and pull it like that. Okay, so now you got both ends of the larger spring and the smaller silver spring side by side on the loop of that. So that's all correct. Now before I put the tank on here, I want to look under this rewinder and move that spark plug wire to the correct location. So let's do that now. I need a 3/8 socket and a little extension. Lucky me, the 3/8 is already on there. So let's get this stuff going. Oh, that is loose. That looks good. I'm just unscrewing it with my fingers here. That one's loose too. Wow. Okay, the third one on this side. All loose. I wonder if there's any surprises waiting for me over here. Alright, so there is everything. There's a dead bug. The coil looks like the gap is correct, but I'm going to look under that. I'm going to look under that nut. So let me release the brake so there's some resistance to when I begin to loosen that nut to get my hearing protection on. Okay. I'm going to move this crankshaft nut with the impact wrench and a 15/16 socket. Wow. Man, that looks really good. No issue with the flywheel key. Let me dump some of the trash out of this starter cup. There we go. And some of it didn't come out, so I'm just gonna kind of poke around here with a screwdriver and hit these edges. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And I'm just going to reinstall the nut. Okay. See, there is, let me show you a problem here. I'm going to have to change the manifold or repair it. Let me show you why. There's your plastic manifold, and the tank slides on right there. But right here is a hole in the manifold. So it's going to be sucking air and dirt through that hole. So I need to replace that manifold by taking those two screws out and get me a nice new plastic one on there. So I'm already 15 minutes into this video, so you see where I'm headed with this. I'm going to put this in the correct position to change that manifold. I'm going to have a tank on here when you come back, and we're going to try and get this mower running.